What's up, gamers? It's time for a new gamer overlay, and I'm going to show you how I'm building mine in Adobe After Effects. Let's get started. Alright, so I've got a new composition that is 1920 by 1080, and I've just dropped in just a random clip in here just to use as reference versus having just a completely black background, so I can see what my gamer overlay is going to look like. First off, I'm going to go up here to the rectangle tool, and I'm going to double click that. And that's going to make a rectangle that is the size of the composition. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on this fill option, and I'm going to click on fill and bring the opacity down to 0 and hit OK. And then the stroke, I'm going to bring this up to about 20. That will work. And then with this rectangle layer selected, I'm going to hit Command D on a Mac and duplicate it. And the second layer, I'm going to change the stroke color. I've got a reference here for what colors I'm using. So I'm going to use this blue swatch here. And I'm going to change this layer stroke to that same blue. And now with this top layer selected, I'm going to go Effect, Transition, and Linear Wipe. I'm going to go 180 for the wipe angle and completion at 50%. That'll kind of cut this in half. And then I want to feather this quite a bit, probably like 800. So this nice kind of smooth gradient here between that green and the blue, which are my two primary colors I'm using now. Cool. Next up, I'm going to use my text tool and Brando Gaming. And I'm using the Align tool to center this and bring it down toward the bottom here. And as you can see, it's really difficult to read, especially when someone's other information comes up when you've killed someone. That can be very difficult, so we got to put something behind there. So what I'm going to do is take this text layer and duplicate it. And I'm going to hit I. And I'm going to make this I quite large here. And I hit R to rotate 90 degrees. And then just for the sake of being able to see this well, I'm going to make this white. And I'm going to move it down below my Mando Brando text. Maybe about there. And then I'm going to center it. Actually, I need to move this over. Maybe about there. And now I'm going to duplicate this letter I. And I'm going to go Layer, Transform, Flip vertically. And it's going to give me that same little cutoff here. So I'm going to center this and then move that over, just so I get this nice little kind of a, I don't know what to call this, little ramp basically here. And I'm going to change these. So I've selected my two letter I's together, and I'm going to change this to the same blue. That looks a little better, so it looks like it kind of blends together there. Now, one more thing, I'm going to take these two letter I's and I'm going to duplicate them and move them down to the bottom. And I'm going to change these maybe to white and go Effect, Blur and Sharpen. And then I want to use a directional blur. We go 90 degrees and bring this up quite a bit, probably maybe like 200. So I'm going to copy this directional blur. And on my other lower eye, I'm going to hit Command V to paste it and have that same blur on the other side. That looks pretty good. I can see here how it's kind of, the white is kind of overlapping. I want it to be behind this blue border completely. So I'm going to take these two and bring them down below those layer. That looks a little better. That'll do it for today's tutorial. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay frosty.